Hey guys, welcome to the 80s Guy 15 Minutes of Game, where I go back in time and replay some classic games from the 1980s. This time we're spending 15 minutes with Juggernaut. Juggernaut was released in 1985 by CRL Software and was a very unique articulated lorry simulator. Articulated lorry? Meh. As a kid growing up in the 80s, I got to watch countless films and TV shows about trucking, muscle cars, motorbikes as they hit the UK screen. I was absolutely obsessed. My all-time favourite film is Smoking the Bandit, closely followed by Smoking the Bandit 2. Or is it the other way around? I can never decide. Anyway. And films like Convoy, Mad Max and The Duel were rented from the video shop as soon as they came out. If it had a truck, car, van, jeep, motorbike, speedboat or helicopter in it, I loved it. When I spotted Juggernaut on the Spectrum, I had to have it. It was part of Computer Hits 3, which was one of many fantastic compilations of the time. I used to play this a lot, exploring the area and occasionally actually completing a task or two. It was available obviously as a standalone game, but I had it as part of Computer Hits 3. And I fast forwarded to that point in the tape every single time. Alright, so how far can I get in 15 minutes? Well, let's check it out and see how we get on. So here we are. We've just picked up some oil. The video went a bit strange, I'm afraid, so we're just going to have to pretend I drove into there and picked some oil up. Right, so as you can see, I've got 9 oil on board, on stock. My target is 9. So all I've got to do now is take this oil back to the depot. Unfortunately, look at my damage going up. Now, this happens a lot. Because I went into the loading bay at that angle there, I had to reverse out. So when you turn round and you go backwards, you tend to jackknife your truck. So the cab spins round and hits the side of the truck, which causes damage. So as you can see, look at that, my damage is nearly full already. And all I've done is turned around to get out of this particular loading bay. Wow, so I've got to be really careful now on the way back to make sure I don't hit anything or damage anything. Because my aim here is to get back to the depot. So this is just an example of, I'm just showing you here how you offload stock. So I've loaded the stock up. I've got it on the truck now and I'm just trying to find my way back to my depot. So I can drop the cargo off, which in this case is oil. So yeah, that's why I'm being very, very careful here. Because I don't want to smash my truck to pieces, because all that time it took me to get the oil will be wasted. Either back to the beginning. Spectrum games were harsh, you know, there was no messing around. Right, okay. So, let's use the telephone box and find out where we are. Oh, there's a map. Where are we? Let's use the map. So we're not far away now. The map's handy, so you can at least see where you are at any time. Because you do get lost. The roads all look very similar. As you can tell, they're all just plain black. All the graphics are actually quite simple, but again, it's functional, you know. Doesn't need to be fancy or flashy, get the idea. And it's actually quite engrossing, weirdly. You know, navigating these tight corners, and you can very easily lose control of your truck. Very, very easily. So to actually get somewhere in this game takes quite a lot of patience and skill to not crash every 10 seconds. Which is why I'm going so desperately slowly. And I'm trying to make sure I go in straight here. There you go. There we are. Now, the reason I want to go in really, really straight and really carefully is because when I reverse back out of this loading bay, I don't want to damage my truck even more. Because if I damage my truck like I did last time, that's it, game over. So I'm now on perfectly straight. You can see, because the cab, although the trailer looks slightly wonky, the cab window is perfectly straight. That's how you know you can reverse without your truck going sideways. So we just need to pull in We don't need to be all the way in the loading bay, thankfully, because that would be impossible. And we, there you go. So as you can see, our target is now 0 because we've unloaded the 9 worth of 9. The 9 units of oil. I don't know if it's tons or gallons or, you know, whatever, milligrams. Who the hell knows? Who cares? There you go. Look, because my windscreen was straight down, up and down. That means it can reverse as fast as you can go, and the truck won't jackknife. So it's worth spending the time lining your truck up like that. So now we've offloaded some oil and we're off on our next mission. So we've got to find somewhere else to pick up either some timber, coal or fruit and veg. Because my truck's got a capacity of 9, I'm going to have to visit the fruit and veg factory supplier twice, obviously. Because 9 and 9 is... well, yeah. You get the idea. So, I'm going to phone up here. So that's where we are. And we're going to search for... what should we have a look for? Yeah. Some fuel. Because if we get fuel, we can also repair the truck. Which I think is probably a good idea at this stage, because the chances of me picking something else up and delivering it without destroying the truck when my damage is already at 80%, very, very slim. So, right, there we go. So there's there's a when it says fuel, it's basically a garage. So you do pick up fuel, but you also your damage gets repaired. So we need to head there before we do anything else. So, there's one just down there. Okay. Which is where we came from. So we need to... Oh, God, that's typical, isn't it? Got to reverse. Oh, no. No. I mean, I suppose in that sense it's kind of realistic, because I'm guessing as a truck driver, an articulated truck driver, reversing is an absolute nightmare. At least until you get proficient at driving and get used to it. There we go. We're straightened up again, you see? Yeah, we're straightened up. Right. Keep it straight. There we go. Okay, cool. Completely straight now. So now we know that we can reverse down into that other screen and then turn right without the fear of the truck jackknifing. So I think going forwards, this is probably going to be the strategy that you need to adopt to actually complete the game. Try and avoid going backwards around corners. Because unless you're really, really highly skilled at this game, you're going to smash your truck to pieces. Yeah, that was the bend there. You've got to remember, because once you hang up from the phone, your indicator as to where the various things are, like the different suppliers or the garages or whatever, those indicators disappear from the map as soon as you hung up. So you've got to find a phone, find out where you want to be, memorize it, then try and hit it, and then try and remember where it was on the map so you can keep referring back to that spot. If you assume that it's going to be back there when you look on the map, it isn't, and you get really stuck, and you've got to find another phone again to start all over again. Right, so here we go. Petrol. Interesting. I know articulated trucks, lorries, whatever you want to call them, they don't run on petrol. They run on, I don't know, donkey snot or something. Diesel. Right, slow down. So if we watch the fuel meter now. Fuel up, damage right down. Bosh, repairs underway. There you go. Right, now, we've got a clean slate, so we're good. We're good to go. So now we can head back out again. Try and find another phone, and what we're going to do is pick up either some coal or some fruit or veg or some timber. We've done the oil already, as you saw, so let's have a look. That was handy. Again, just need to stick your nose. Oh, you don't need to do that, you just got to be in the screen. That's cool. Yeah. So we're going to use the phone again and find out where our next mission starts. Okay, so yeah, we'll look for fruit and veg because we need to visit that place twice. So let's do the most difficult one first, shall we? Well, second, we've already done oil as a bit of a tester. Okay, so there's fruit and veg. And there's fruit and veg, so we're actually not too far away. Not too far away at all. Right, other end of the screen, but at least it's at the... oh, mind you, I've got to navigate that sort of dodgy area there, haven't I? Okay, so it's quite a long trek across the other side of the map, but at least it's sort of at the bottom, so off we go. We'll feel like I need some cowboy music, you know. Bit of Dave Dudley. 16 on the road now, I'm gonna go home tonight. If you don't know who Dave Dudley is, you've got no idea what I'm talking about here. Maybe I should play the Smoking the Bandit theme tune in the background. Will I get copyrighted for this? Probably. Right, we're at full speed now. 40 miles per hour. OMG. Dun, 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 dun. No other cars on the road, no people. Which, considering my driving, is probably for the best. Okay. Where are we? Okay, we're about halfway across the map. So we're going to have to do... It was on that left-hand bottom part in the middle section, so we can keep going a bit. Then we're going to take a right-hand turn. Oh god! Ooh, I started out that confidently and then bottled it a little bit and took it steadily. Right, and a quick left, and straighten up now. You see, this is the thing. It again a little bit like the previous video, which was checkered flag. This is not really... Okay. We found the coal depot by accident. Yeah, this is very much more of a simulation than an actual game, I suppose. It's because, you know, you've got to steer properly. As you can see, the steering wheel directly affects how the cab moves, and if you don't straighten up properly, you're just going to crash. There's no autocorrect to the steering or anything like that. You've got to actually physically steer, which is kind of similar to how you drive, really, I guess. Oh no, right. So the problem here is, again, look at the shape of this approach. So I'm going to just miss that edge there. Yeah, I know I said we're going to get fruit and veg, but we stumbled across this place by accident, so we may as well. Yep, all the coal, please. Oh, it's tons, it is tons. Spelt T-O-N-S. Is that right? No? I thought it was T-O-N-N-E-S. Doesn't really matter. Don't really matter, does it? Let's have a look. Right, so backwards. Oh, God, here we go. I've got to get round that corner without smashing my truck to pieces. It's already... I'm not feeling good about this, guys. Not feeling good about this at all. Oh. Straight up, straight. Oh. Ooh. Oh, poo. Oh. Didn't jackknife, I just hit the edge, can you believe it? Lorry destroyed, game over. Now that is, yeah, it's brutal. This is what I was saying about this game. Nice little end screen there that shows you all the bits and pieces you've done. Not a great deal. But yeah, as I was saying, this is brutal because you can play for a long time and be very, very careful. And then one moment like that, you just hit the boundary, boom, gone. And that's the end of the game. So yeah, it's pretty harsh. There you go. we got a score on the board. So there you go. That's Juggernaut on the Spectrum. One of my favourites. Always love it. But I won't be playing it again for a hell of a long time. Cheers, guys. That's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next time for more 80s guys stuff. Bye bye.